Okay. Do I want to be late or do I want to have the right glasses on? Actually, you know what's cool is I realized that I can pretty much read the comments with these glasses on, so we're going to give it a go and see how it is. I don't want anybody to worry if I was late, but here we go, and you're notifying folks that I'm alive. I'm alive. And there we go. Hey, did I see Christine? And I see some people. Carla Jane, nice to see you. Nice to see you. I did change. I'll say it again. Yeah, Gen X, my God. People are going to start to talk. We're meeting like this. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I forgot to put on my computer glasses, but I didn't want to be late. So here I am, and we're going to play with this. At least this will show. I try to have a different background since I'm doing so many TikToks. I want you guys to know that I do leave my office on occasion. So I'm trying to jazz it up, but it's so freaking gray outside. So I turned on some lights. See, I got the lamps on. And there we go, Stacy Babbage. Stacy found the secret link. I love it. I love it. Okay, good, because you know what I did? I changed the day. I did officially change the time of the Wednesday early afternoon TikTok live. And I did that because my calendars weren't synced up and I forgot that I have a haircut. But I'll still be there. Do not worry. So if you, and actually, Carla, I think I was thinking of you. You said something about either writing down or taking a picture of or somehow capturing yet the schedule for these multiple TikTok lives that I'm doing this week. You did that yesterday. Please note, you might want to check the secret page again because I did change the time slightly on the one that is on Wednesday. Okay. I don't want to have anybody be surprised, so I'm trying to get it out there, and I want to send as few emails as possible. So there we go. But hey, second TikTok live of the day. Multiple TikTok lives this week because we may not have TikTok next week. Okay, there we go. Carla Jane. Yep. Just you might need to double check the alarm on your Wednesday. See if it is current with the current schedule. Okay, just want to make sure. All right. Now, Christine is welcoming Stacy Babbage to the club because in der club, we all fam. I mean, that's so like 2 weeks ago, right? I might as well say, look at me, how mindful, how demure, right? But I'm here. You know what? While we have the time here in TikTok, while the TikTok is still around, let's use it. If you knew that something was going away, if you knew, I was thinking about this today, just in the different ways of thinking about it. If you knew a friend was moving away and you wouldn't be able to hang around as much because the neighborhood was being demolished, I would like to think you would take some time to make some time and hang out with the people you care about. I'm doing the same right here on TikTok. I lamented yesterday the almost inevitable passing. I notice I said almost. Of TikTok. However, I also am not going to obey in advance. I'm not going to get sad because it hasn't happened yet. I am going to TikTok like nobody's business up until noontime on Friday. And then literally an hour after that, I start driving to the airport and I'm gone for a week anyway. So I am here to help you with your clutter. I'm also here. Thank you, Robin, for loving my email. Thank you. Yeah, I could embed a live stream. Thanks, Gen X. I could embed a live stream on my website. Thank you. Gigi Gina is so glad I'm doing this. Yay. I love that Carla and Erin are saying hello to each other. Such good stuff. I will be honest with you. This is still a work in progress for me. And I have finally gotten comfortable with saying I'm going to do something that feels right to me. I don't quite know what that is yet, with the exception of very first step. I haven't figured it all out. Notice, this is like a road trip. This is like decluttering. I'm here, and here is changing, so I want to be somewhere else that's kind of like the same. And what I want to offer to you is I'm working on those baby steps forward. So the very first, easiest baby step, and I'm going to say this multiple times in every TikTok live from now until Friday, is if you like what I'm doing, hop on the mailing list. If you hop on it now, you'll know when I'm going to be doing these TikToks. And here's a fun thing. The fun thing is, I'm like, what is the fun thing? I kind of fell off the branch right there. The fun thing is that when you know when I'm doing a TikTok live, you can show up and you can do some decluttering while I'm keeping you company. Many people, a wicked lot of people, tell me that this helps them. So just as a heads up, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. My coaching is called Destination Decluttered. Go to destinationdecluttered.com on the interwebs to find out all that I'm about. I do one-on-one coaching, yada, yada, but also to sign up for the mailing list, okay? So there's that. The other thing is, too, is I just started this TikTok Live right now at 3 o'clock Eastern. I will be here for an hour, okay? An hour. So for the next, well, technically not an hour because it's already 3:06. For the next 54 minutes, do you have 54 minutes to hang out with me? If you do, why not practice decluttering while I keep you company? Because if you get stuck, I can help you. If you got a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the groove while my DJ revolves it. Okay? Deanna is saying, it's true, we work while you're talking. I don't mind it at all. I think it's actually better because things can make sense up here, but man, is it different when you start doing it down here, below the neckline, sunshine. Okay? So, Carla Jane is saying, I'm really going to miss the community part. The community part will not go away for Destination Decluttered, at least. I, too, will miss that opportunity to randomly connect with somebody who might be offering something, sharing something that connects with me. I, too, am mourning that loss of connection and community. But what I'm doing with my morning energy, and not my AM, my MOURNING, my sad energy, is I'm taking a page from the Johnny Lydon playbook, and I'm saying anger is an energy, sadness is an energy. Sadness, dis-moi. Sadness is an energy. I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to be sad. I'm going to do something about it to make myself less sad. I refuse to be a victim of the fact that people foolishly are closing down TikTok, a place where, if you think about it, over half of the adult population of the United States has benefited or participated in some way. Those are not numbers to sneeze at. So I am sad, but I'm going to turn my sadness into, instead of laying down and giving up, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do something. So I'm gathering my people. I'm waving the flag. I'm being like, hey, it's over here. If you want to come hang out with us, here's where we're going. If this ship is sinking, if somebody torpedoed this ship that we love so much and it's sinking, I've got my lifeboat, and anybody who wants to jump on it can. If you decide once you're on it, it's not for you, you're free to jump off, but I want to give you some place to land so you don't feel alone and you know you have community, okay? That connection, that human connection, is seriously an important part of being a human. We are all afraid of being abandoned and alone. So if that's something we fear, how about connection and community? Are the opposites. It'll make us feel better. That's what I'm here to help you with. And, of course, your clutter, okay? And, of course, your clutter. Okay? So, this is how we do it. If you are decluttering, Robin is mentioning the body doubling is awesome. Body doubling, a.k.a. words that people with ADHD, either diagnosed, self-diagnosed, undiagnosed, all the diagnoses, all the A's and the H's and the D's. Body doubling can help you not feel so alone while you're cluttering. My helpful, encouraging words of randomness and pop culture and whatever may help you quiet down your backseat driver, because you can't listen to them and me at the same time. And frankly, for the next hour, I have the microphone. Okay? So, please feel free to use this time to benefit yourself. Where is there an area that is cluttered that you know you can easily get started on? Start there. Sweets from the Heart is saying, going through the Tupperware drawer, getting rid of items that don't have lids or that are cracked. I love it. I love that you have defined what you're working on and you shared that. You know, that can help. ID Princess, look, 2 for 2, huh? Such a fun time. We had such a fun time together working. And ID Princess is saying, Beth is amazing to work with. You were amazing. You know what? I am only amazing to work with when I work with amazing people, and I work with amazing people all the time. So, there we go. All right, Judy is jumping on it. Get down on it. Now, Carla Jane says, I absolutely know I was meant to find y'all. And look, she's saying y'all. You know she's from the South. I just can't imagine if I had missed this. Nope. You got this. You are not alone. Kat Roby, nice to see you. Hey-yo! Back for round 2. Kat Roby is back for round 2. She's back to the fridge. 2 door shelves, 3 inside shelves, and 2 drawers. And go! It's like a goofy game show, huh? You know? There we go. Everybody saying hey-yo to Kat Roby, because that's that's when we know Kat's in the house. I love it. Awesome Sauce is checking in, sharing her accomplishments. Hey, Beth. Hey, so far today, 1 trash bag, 2 loads of laundry, 1 trash bag, decluttered, 2 loads of dishes, 1 load of laundry, and 8 boxes. There we go. I love, seriously, I don't know if I'm the dog or the bowl of dog food or the bell in this scenario, but if your Pavlovian response is to see me and to get up and take action, I am honored, okay? Because look what Judy said. Got up from my chair as soon as you came on, emptied the dishwasher, and now working on laundry. This is what we do. Painting of a Duck is saying, yes, I'm about to fold laundry. Yesterday, I think it was one of the other TikTok lives I did, we were talking about laundry. After the TikTok live, because I can't do laundry and kind of run this stuff, I went and did a load of laundry myself, so it can have a positive ripple effect. Yeah, Kat Roby. No, Cat silly. We would call you Pavlov's cat with a K. Okay, so that's how we do it here. I am honored that my existence here in the connection we're making encourages you, gives you the courage to get up and boldly go where no man has gone before, aka doing the dishes or the laundry, to help you do the thing that part of your brain's like, I don't want to, it's going to be boring, it's going to take forever, I don't like it, I hate it, it's so awful. You know how much better you feel when you have clean laundry to choose from? Clean clothes to put on, a nice fresh towel to wrap yourself in after you get out of the shower. Get out of the shower. Yes, inspiration and motivation. Celebrational, Muppetational. This is what we call the Muppet Show. Wow. Notice what you do when you have a little bit of motivation and inspiration. Okay? You get up and do things. You don't just sit there and let life pass you by and let stuff happen to you. You make cool stuff happen. And I love this because talk about, okay, teacher is saying, okay, I'm getting up and I'm throwing a load in. All right, everybody. Anybody else want to join in the laundry crew? You'll feel better once you do it. And if you don't know where to start, I can help you. If you are stuck in your journey of laundering, I can help you. I am a map maker, make me a map. I am a tour guide. I am a travel agent. I am a co-pilot on this road trip called decluttering. I love it. Erin is saying, I just threw in a load of sheets and towels. Love it. And please, speaking of sheets, there are no sheet police. The sheet police, they are inside of my head, There are no sheet police. You can roll up your fitted sheet in a ball if you want to. Nobody is going to judge you on how you fold your sheets. So don't worry about not folding them the right way. Okay? I love it. Kat Roby just threw in the final load. Therapy Gal is putting in the first load of laundry. Wendy M says, not doing laundry today as I won't have time to fold or hang, and I don't want to leave it in the dryer. There we go. That's fine. Wendy M, this is great. All I do is offer it. I am like a hostess walking around with a platter of apps, with a platter of hors d'oeuvres, and saying, take what you like. Many people are taking the laundry, but you don't have to. What are you going to do that makes sense to you with this time we have together? Yes, Reclaiming Jen picked up what I was putting down. Okay. So here's what we're doing. We're decluttering. We are also doing it in a way that is fun and sustainable. Now, what do I mean by sustainable? I don't necessarily mean organic products and stuff. I mean you sustaining the energy in your body. Okay? Now, I love this. Wendy M is saying, I'm working to not leave a task for another day. It's just another day. No, Don't postpone it, because when you get it done, that sense of accomplishment is delightful. Okay? There we go. Carla Jane is setting an alarm for 2:20, getting up, loading up, and we'll get laundry started, and we'll organize the laundry. Now, speaking of laundry, laundry magically turns into clean clothes. And clean clothes sometimes go into a closet or a bureau or a dresser. And check it out. Kathy with an I said, decluttered one dresser. So I love it. You know what you probably did? You may have taken out clothes that were taking up valuable real estate, and then your nice clean clothes that you actually do wear couldn't move into that building, right? Oh, yay, sunshine. I love it. Carla Jane's also going to declutter her laundry room while you're there. Why not? The theme for today is laundry. I don't know. I make this stuff up. I have fun. I don't like it when things are too pre-planned. I will never forget seeing a comedian once that I thought all his stuff was extemporaneous, like off the top of his head and very organic. Then we saw him a second time and he did the same things. And I'm like, aw, that was a shtick. I don't like shticks. I like improv. I like where it's different every time, even though we're always hanging around in the same space. It keeps it fun. It keeps it entertaining. It keeps it engaging. If I am not engaged, speaking of, I forgot to put my rings on today. Don't worry, ladies. Don't worry, guys. She's taken. If I'm not engaged in what I'm doing, if I do not see a valid reason, valid to my estimation of doing something, I probably won't do it. Okay? So, here we go. Wendy M is saying, my task today will be decluttering under my bathroom sinks. So many unused items that need to go. I love it, my dear. We are cheering you on. Don't hit your head on the top of the sink, okay? Now, T-Site says, destination decluttered complete for now. Yay! It's in storage, and I'm on sabbatical, and I'm going to de-stress. By all means, do. De-stressing. Not distressing, but de-stressing. Okay? It is an imperative point. When I was talking about sustainability, I mean sustaining your physical energy, your mental energy, all the energies from the skin within, so you don't burn out. You don't get to empty and you keep on driving with an empty tank. That's not good for your car. It's not good for your bod. Okay? Now, I can help you with this, Sabrina. I get stuck in the I might fit into that shirt again trap. No, it's just a pothole. Okay. I love that you put the little air quotes in it, because that's just a thought you have in your head. I might fit into that shirt someday. Okay, you might. I'm always hopeful about stuff might happen. So just notice though. Currently, right here. This is how I like to do it. This is maybe one of the times I'd say look quickly at the screen if you want. The past is over here. The present is right here. We are only ever in the present, and the future is over here. So at some point, you fit into that. In the past, you might have fit into that shirt. Cool. I got plenty of clothes I used to fit into. I don't anymore. Today, you currently do not fit into that shirt. Now, you have a thought, I might fit into it again. Cool. What I recommend to you and to everybody here who is saving a category of clothes called, I can't fit in it now, but I might fit in it someday. Gather up that category of clothing. Pull the things out that you just currently do not fit in. Do not judge yourself. Do not beat yourself up. Do not feel shameful or guilty. Just say, I do not fit into this now. Then if you want to fit in those clothes in the future, if it's a shirt that you said, yes, if I changed my body and I fit into it, I would want to wear that, then put it in a container right now. I love using just plastic totes, but I like clear ones with white lids. I do not like the black ones with the black lids. I like to be able to, without even opening it, knowing what it's in there and how much is in there. So everybody, do not clutter up your current clothing system Your current I wear these clothes today system with clothing that's from the past or from the future. But if you don't want to declutter those, nobody says, I will never say you have to get rid of a damn thing. What I will say to you, Sabrina, and to everybody is take those clothes that you hope you might fit into, put them in a box, put them in a bag, and label that with the date and say, I hope to fit in these someday. Then get them out of circulation because they are getting in the way of your clothing, laundry, wearing clothes process. This will allow you to more easily put away your laundry. This will more easily make you able to grab some clothes to put on and know they're going to fit your today body. Okay? So just notice the things that are getting in the way of making your life easier today. And then, don't just set it and forget it. Then remind yourself you have a goal that you might want to fit in those clothes. So then start doing whatever you need to do to change your body so you fit in those clothes. Now, I will say this. I have struggled with this myself over the last few years because I've gone through the menopause. I have gained more weight in the past 5 years than I did in the last 30. And so I have clothes that I actually ended up giving away because I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to fit in it again. But then I said, but even if I would fit in it, I don't know if I want to wear that anymore because my body is shaped differently. I'm getting very, like I got a tree trunk and no waist. So this may happen to you. I just encourage you. I am not a weight loss coach or any kind of health coach, but try the best to love your body however it is, okay? And love it enough to maybe want to be healthier in it. Or not. It's up to you. Okay? Now, I'm going to back up here. We got some good stuff going on. Yes, you need chill time. Chill time for everybody, even today. Do not say work, 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 and then vacation, vacation, vacation. Take a half day every day. Vacation a little bit every day. I did this earlier. You guys, you saw me at 9 a.m. this morning. Then I coached and had a quick break, and then I coached and had a quick break, then I coached and had a quick break. And then I was like, I am tired. So I laid down on the bed for like 20, 30 minutes so that I had energy to come show up again. So take rests, take breaks. Use the flexibility that your life allows you to, whatever it is, to help you feel better. It's more sustainable that way and it feels better. I feel so much better having had a rest and filled my tank up a little bit than if I tried to plow through and do a lot of things and just say, oh, I'll rest later. Okay? So just notice that. Awesome Sauce says, my next big goal is cleaning out furniture and old clothes out of the laundry room. Scary. Okay? And I love it. Wendy's already coaching here. Think of how happy your future self will be for you for doing that. So let me ask you this, Awesome Sauce, unless you've put it here beforehand, is what is the scariest thing in your laundry room? What is the thing? What is the scariest thing in your laundry room? Let's tackle it. I'm not afraid of laundry. I'm not afraid. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. See, this is how my brain works. I'm like, wait, that sounds like a song. What song is that? All right. Sunshine Shearer says, every day when I watch you, you must know exactly what I need to hear. You know what? That just means you're not alone. Here's how I like to describe it. Yeah, it's a gift box, not a tree trunk. Thank you, Penny. I love that. I love that. Yeah. So I say this to you guys. I don't know. I was going to say something now. I forget what it was, but I'm going to. Okay. So Tracy says, I lost weight, gain up, then down, then health emergencies, so can't wear it. Yeah. So remember that you don't have to give away anything. But just because you want to save it, you've made a decision. You've chosen to save it. Doesn't mean you need to store it where it currently is stored. Sometimes moving where things are stored increases the ease with which you are able to access the things you do use. Okay? Yes. So I want to say, for the people who say you must know exactly what I want to hear, this is where I was thinking of. You may have heard me talk about, and again, I might as well, it's already halfway past 3 almost. My name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. My coaching is called Destination Decluttered. like you got there, you went to the destination and you are decluttered. And then I added .com for my website, destination decluttered, all one word, .com. I like to frame things. I like to describe things as if I am the driver in a car on a road trip called my life. In my car, I am not the only person. I have 2 invisible passengers, and sometimes they're visible passengers. I have a co-pilot who sits in the back and complains and tells me how wrong I am and how I'm screwing up and don't do that and you're too old and all that stuff. It's like a scared little kid in a car strapped in the car seat. If Christine's still here, I know Christine's little kid is kind of sassy, so they wear like a little pleather jacket and they're smoking candy cigarettes, right? We all have a backseat driver voice. Discouraging, shameful, judgy, guilty, telling you to stop, to not even start, to lay over and give up. That's only half the story. The other half of the story and the better part of the story happens in the front seat. Now, in the front seat, you're still the driver. I'm still the driver. Next to you, you've got the opposite of your backseat driver. You've got a co-pilot. What does a backseat driver say? They say, don't do what you're doing. Do it the way I want you to. Drive the way I want you to drive. You're going too fast. You're going too slow. You're not going there. You should go here. You should have done this. I am guilty of this in real life, so I know what I'm talking about. On the other hand, you have your co-pilot. That's me for the next half hour and for as many hours as I can cram into our lovely time together here on TikTok. And after TikTok, when we collect up on the mailing list and show up somewhere else. What does a co-pilot do? It calms down that backseat driver with love and patience and irreverence because they're just scared. They don't know. I encourage you to try something. Experiment. Get up. See what it's like to do laundry at 3:30 in the afternoon. I know how to get there. Have you seen my house? Now, it may look like a lot of stuff to you. It functions like a well-oiled machine. It is so easy to live in my house because I've decluttered it. It is so delightful feeling to live in my house because not only did I declutter it, but I also easily maintain the declutter. So I offer this to you. Everybody's got a co-pilot. Everybody's got a backseat driver. Depending upon who you decide to listen to up here and in here, makes a difference between whether you're stuck and not moving or you're moving and moving in the direction of your destination. Okay? I can't remember why I got on that tangent, but that's part of what I do. Okay? So I hope this helps. Let me see. Yes, you're little rebels. There you go, Christine. Kathy is saying, do you have Instagram? I do, but let me be clear. Up until last week, I was cutting and pasting my info, my stuff that I was posting here on TikTok to Instagram and Facebook. I will no longer be doing that. I do not agree with some of the policies that have recently been implemented in the Meta Corporation. And so I'm gonna stop adding my content to there, and I'm gonna actively figure out how to disengage myself. I'm still working on this. All of this is a work in progress, but I am on Instagram, but please do not follow me there because I will not be adding content to there. The best place besides the mailing list to follow me as of right now is YouTube, the YouTubes. Destination Decluttered. I'm there. You'll see a picture of my face. You can't miss me. It's me. Okay? So notice that. Okay? Here we go. I love it. Susan is saying, I've just started my pile of not wearing again clothes. Okay. Before you even start the pile, Susan, I also want you to be thinking one step ahead. One step ahead of you. Do you have a container that you can contain those in so you're not just making a pile, but then you can store those clothes? Do you have a tote? Do you have a bag? Do you have something that you can contain them in? And if you do, what I recommend, because I like to work smarter, not harder, is get that container now, and instead of creating a pile, put the things directly into the container so when that container starts to get full, you already have it that way, okay? Just an idea. I'm always about the smarter, not the harder. Now, here's the thing. Awesome Sauce mentioned, I want to get back to this. A bag of my late grandpa's old clothes. Sentimental clutter. Yeah. Surface clutter is the easiest. That's like the kiddie end of the pool. Stored clutter is like the middle part of the pool where you can kind of touch the bottom, but not really, but you're learning how to float and swim. And sentimental clutter is really when you know you got to learn how to swim. You got to know you're going to go deep. So I don't want you getting deep before you know how to swim. So practice with the easy stuff. But if you are dealing with sentimental clutter, let me help you with this. First of all, even though a person who passed owned those items, it doesn't mean they still live in them. They live in your heart. Your grandpa, the memories of your grandfather live in your heart. The clothing is a visual and maybe tactile or a smell reminder of him, but his spirit is in heaven, or whatever your version of a good place is. His spirit is no longer here except in your heart. And I bet your grandfather would say, honey, I'm not in those clothes. I'm in your heart. You don't need those clothes. You will always remember me. Why don't you consider doing something else with those clothes? Now, whatever that something else is, to me, should be something that makes you feel good. I have been working with, actually, Okie Teacher, I was going to say, with some folks who are talking about a dad's clothing, husband's clothing, and feeling really good about donating it to where the veterans are in their area. I just offer that to you with sentimental things. They don't live in them. The story lives in you, and it's triggered by the visual reminder of them. So what can you do to remind yourself of the good things of your grandpa that's not necessarily keeping that bag of his clothes? Quiet down your backseat driver, turn up your co-pilot, and just notice what your co-pilot says for some ideas. Okay? Couple of things. There we go, Dragon Girls. Nice to see you. Happy New Year. It's laundry day. I love it. Oops. Things popped to the top. Okay. Weed War. What? I got a storage unit. Is it a Band-Aid? Even if it's a Band-Aid, Band-Aids are useful. Band-Aids. Oh, God. She's going to sing. I am stuck on Band-Aids because Band-Aids stuck on me. And did you notice that one time they did, I am stuck on Band-Aid brand because Band-Aid stuck on me. A Band-Aid is good temporarily. If you wear a Band-Aid after you don't need it, it's just not providing its thing. Okay? So Weed War what? Notice that storage units can be very useful temporarily, but long term, they are just sucking money off of your fear of making a decision. I want to save you that money. Okay? Now, I love it. Mary's almost there. She has a friend helping out. I'm a friend helping you out here. Do you have people in your life that can help you with this stuff? Non-judgy, non-guilty, encouraging friends who have like the same vibe I do? I hope so. If not, I'm still here. Okay? Now I love it. Mama Pepper says, I gave away 4 huge empty totes that were full. Now someone else can declutter. Yeah. Okay. Someone says, I saw a cute idea of putting a circle of Grandpa's shirts with buttons. There we go. Jody moved in with her BF, trying to only take my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. Notice they said a few. They didn't say, these are all of my favorite things. Right? There's pillows or teddy bears you can make from them. Love it. Oh, goodness. Cat, just me. That might be kind of scary. She's saying, oh my goodness, brought up your YouTube on our 65-inch TV. Life-size Beth. Bigger than king size. Yeah, that'd be kind of scary. Now, Jenny is saying, I just finished filling a bag and 2 boxes with the help of my AI again. Awesome. Jenny's using AI. I'm old school. I use me. I use me. Carla Jane is asking, I found my dad's military uniform. It has some mildew spots on it. Do y'all think the dry cleaner will clean it? It's old. Carla, call up your dry cleaner and ask them. Call up your dry cleaner and ask them, because my dry cleaner may do different things than your dry cleaner, okay? Go directly to the source that's going to give you the best information you need, right? Debbie P just put my grandfather's hat, got to be over 100 years old, in a donation bag. Yeah. And if you are donating things, this is the good thing. If you are donating versus throwing things away, you are giving that object an opportunity to live on past being in your life. I know this because so much of the stuff you see around here, we thrifted. So somebody else gave something away and we said, ooh, this is cool, and we took it. However, I also do not judge or shame people who throw things away. You're going to do what feels right to you. I'm here to help you get to where you're going. I don't want to say I don't care how you get there. I want to make sure you get there in a way that feels good and feels sustainable and is not wiping you out. So if that means throwing things away, throw things away. Okay? All right. So Gail is saying, Jeff, just came across you. I have my mom's clothes since she passed. I'm thinking about what you said. Okay. So wonderful. I say a lot. I do. I have been talking for the past 36 minutes. I will continue to talk for the next 24 as she does math in her head. I also have another couple of TikTok lives today, and I have multiples on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you like what you're hearing, but you're just meeting me, cool. I'm in no rush. I have more TikTok lives going on before TikTok might close. So you may come across me again. If you want to increase the likelihood that you come across me when I'm doing a TikTok live, and I'm doing them first time than ever in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. They were calling it Beth After Dark last night, which was kind of funny. If you want to know the specific time I'm showing up to do a TikTok so you can maybe declutter with the folks who are showing up, hop on my free, no pressure mailing list. Go onto my website, destinationdecluttered.com, zoop down to the bottom, put in your email address, hit send, boom, you should be getting an automatic email with the link to the secret page that has the schedule for the TikTok lives. Also, just as a heads up, since there's a handful of people here, if you have signed up for the mailing list and you did not get the automatic email, check your spam folders, check your spam filters. If you check there and it still didn't come in, send me a direct email. Email me so I can figure it out. My email address is this, beth@destinationdecluttered.com. But check your stuff first, because I've seen some people who say, oh, I didn't get it, but then to my end, I see that it was sent and it wasn't opened. That means it may be lost in the clutter of your emails, okay? So I hope that helps. That one persona says you could also ask a local historical society or museum who they recommend. Great idea. Great idea. Anita is saying, I've struggled with papers all the years we've been married, 12 years, working on sorting. Tips for office? Hell yes. I love sorting through papers because I've done it so much for myself and my mother, who she and my dad saved papers for decades. So 12 years, cake of peace, piece of cake. Okay. Anita, with paper and with anything, everybody, when you have a category that's very general, paperwork, I want you to get specific. Get specific. What I mean is categorize that paperwork. Now, you could easily do this, no big deal. You get a pile of paper and then you make up a pile of like items together. Here are my Pico bills. There's my bills from Amex. There's my bills from the dentist. There's my bills from the oil guy. There's my stuff from the doctor. Put like items together. And then, and seriously, here's a fun thing. I just thought about this because I'm here. All of my paperwork from last year is in this right here. Well, and an envelope there. See? 2024. I have yet to clean it out, but I'm going to. So here are some categories. Because I have this thing that I've had this for like 20 years. And it says automobile records, bank records, budget, credit cards, dental, income, expenses, insurance, investment, legal, loans, medical, mortgage, rent, personal, real estate receipts, school, taxes, utilities, warranties. That was their idea of categories. I categorize those things. And what I do is then I get curious and I simply ask myself. So Anita, ask yourself this question. Without judgment and with curiosity. Why am I keeping these papers? This one pile of papers, why am I keeping this? And listen for your answer. That answer will inform your next steps. Now, many times we keep papers out of habit. We learned back in the day, you better keep your papers. You never know. So many of us of a certain age had well-established paper handling habits prior to the advent of the internet. However, things are different now, and they will continue to be different in the future. So I just give you the opportunity to say, okay, here's what I'm doing now in 2025. Is what I did in the past still making sense? Start small, chunk it down. Chunk it down into those different categories. Get curious why you're saving that and say, okay, I know that made sense back in the day. Does that make sense today? That can help you get started. Okay? I love it. There we go. Just me says, I sort my papers with dividers and binders. Yeah, I freaking hate binders. I do. I find what works for me. I like to make it wicked easy for me. But I also, I'm not judging you about your binders. Many people have success with binders. I know I have an issue with binders because my mother cornered the market on binders and she's still cluttered. She bought the containers before working on the process. Okay? Yeah, Carla Jane, I too am glad they don't send your canceled checks back too. Right? So yeah. Yeah. So notice this. With all of the clutter we are all dealing with, clutter is not the stuff that actually makes your life better and easier and more comfortable today. Clutter tends to be the category of stuff that you're like, I don't know why I have this. Okay? So, get curious as to why you have it. Change your habits. If what you did before doesn't get you the decluttering you want, the decluttered life you want, do something different. Okay? Kayla Danielle is saying, love following you, such an experience, and I'm decluttered, but I have daily mess. How do I go about it? Little bit at a time, and get the kids involved. Get the kids involved. For kids, there is nothing wrong with teaching, and dare I say, training your children to be decluttered. That's what I get paid money to help people learn this. So teach it to your kids. Get kids involved with the expectation of participating in the upkeep of the communal household. Now, am I going to tell you to have your 3-year-old run the vacuum up and down the stairs? No. Pick a task that is appropriate for their capabilities, but have them participate. I have a feeling that so many of us were yelled at to have chores and to do things, and it was done in a mean way that when we were growing up, that we don't want to be that parent. But what you're also doing is you are preventing your child from learning how to run a household, how to maintain a clutterless household by teaching them to put things away when they're done, by teaching them that it's okay to let go of something you don't like anymore, by teaching them that just because they want it doesn't mean they get it all the time, teaching them that quality and the small amount of something can be even more satisfying than a whole bunch of stuff. You know? So I love this. Painting of a duck who has kids. I don't have kids. I will totally declare. Never wanted them, never had it. So blessed that it worked out that way. But what I will say is, I know that I help coach people who didn't learn these lessons as children. So Painting of a Duck who does have kids says, I turned it into a challenge with my kids. It's been life-changing. Giving your kid that sense of accomplishment. Look, I am participating. I am doing my part. I am helping. I am not laying around while somebody else does it for me. That is so much more a sustainable model of raising kiddos. Okay? Now, Kathy is asking about paperwork. What paperwork do you recommend keeping and for how long? Keep all the paperwork that is evidence of you making purchases that you may be declaring on your taxes. Keep that for 7 years. Anything that you are claiming as something for your insurance, keep the receipts for that. But I would even do this. Do one better. Don't ask me. Ask your tax person and ask your insurance agent. What paper do I need to keep? What paper do I need to keep and why? Anything else other than those two categories, it's totally up to you. Okay? All right, so Kayla says they do-ish, but I guess getting bored with that chore. Then mix it up. Mix it up. I was talking to her today about this with a client. She was saying, yeah, I didn't really feel like doing what I said I was going to do, so I did something else. That's fine. Have a variety of tasks they can choose from. I get bored with repetition or the same old thing. I am not like a conveyor belt. I like to mix it up. So allow them to choose a different thing. Maybe you switch every week. Everybody does something, you know? Don't make it boring. Make it fun, but still make it happen. Yeah. Now, Carla Jane, who I work with, is saying, yes, yesterday was eye-opening. I realized, says Carla, I never was allowed to help in the home. Of course, now I didn't know how. So please get everyone involved. It helps them too, I promise. Right? Yeah. And Kat Roby, yes, 100%. Gen X was trained on paper, and we were trained by people who were even more embedded in the paper world than we were. We are an awesome generation. We are the double stuff in the Oreo cookie. We got old people on one side and young people on the other, and we are the Oreo. We are the one that straddles with ease the old school and the new school. So we are flexible enough to learn new things. Gen Xers. Anybody is if you want to be. But I just am Gen X, so I just love us, okay? Kat is saying, OMG, Gen X trained on paper. Right. Nothing wrong with us. We're updating our two new systems. We are flexible enough that we can change what we do. We are not stuck. We are not fixed mindset. And it's so funny. I don't know the song, but I'll have to ask my husband when it says Gen X trained on paper. I think a friend of ours was in a band that had a song called Raised on Radio. Same thing. I was raised on radio. I believe it was the Ravens with a Y and probably a Z at the end because it was the 80s in Baltimore. But yes, we were raised a certain way. Then we say, hey, wait a minute. Does that make sense right now? And if the answer is nah, then we say, okay, good. I'm going to change it. Okay? Now, Lucy Lou says, that's why I like body doubling. It's like having help, and I don't have the judging or fussing over it. Yeah. Yeah, no judge, no fuss, not a single luxury. Okay? Yeah. Adorable Cat Lady says that happened to me too. Probably about nobody, your parents either did it for you or they made you do it in such a way you either don't know how to do it or you have resentment about having to do it because you didn't like how it was done in the past. Those to me tend to be the two big buckets that like 80% of my clients fall into. Okay? And Carla says, honest to goodness, I did not know how to boil water until my son was born. So notice this, and I say this with my heart. You are trying to be the best parent you know how. But ask yourself, are you helping your child be an independent, self-sufficient person by doing so much for them that they never learn to do that themselves? And like Carla says, doesn't even know how to boil water until her son was born. Okay? You can change that. You can teach them how to do this. You can share with them. Instead of being hierarchical, you can be like, we're in this together. I am learning how to declutter because I'm hanging out with Beth at Destination Decluttered, and what I'm learning, I'm going to teach to you, and together, we're going to do this. I'm not going to sit there and, smoke my cigarettes and watch my shows and eat my bonbons while you're there running around like Cinderella. We will all work on the home together at the same time. Together forever and never to part. Together forever. And you make it fun. You put on some music. You congratulate them on what they did, and you get curious but not judgy about when they did something that's not to your specifications, and then you clarify the expectations so they know what to aim for. And you have fun, and you get it done, and you don't make a big freaking deal out of it, and suddenly it just becomes the way the family lives together. Okay? So I hope that helps. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Okay, go Gen X. Yes, Ms. Seashell decluttered 2 hampers of clothes so far today. Yeah, today seemed to be today, so I'm on for another 10 minutes, and then I have a few hours away, And then I'm going to be on 2 more TikTok lives. So today's sounded like the one that we all did the laundry on. So I say this to you. Do you know when my next... It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Talk about the sign of the times. Do you know when my next TikTok live is today? Do you know when my next 2 TikTok lives are? If yes, then you know what time they start. And just ask yourself, will I be able to tune in? Am I available to tune in? Do I want to? If the answer is yes, then I highly recommend picking something you want to get decluttered, but you may be dragging your feet on a little bit. Declutter while we're all here. Notice how many people are decluttering while I'm just blabbing here and sharing ideas and tips and connection and quieting down your backseat drivers. If you know when my next TikTok live is and you can attend, I heartily encourage you to pick something to declutter while we're together. Look at how many people have cleaner laundry now than they did even 50 minutes ago. Okay? Oh, interesting. Cat Mama says that's a title of a Journey album, Raised on Radio. I did not know that. I'll have to ask my husband about that when he gets home tonight. Thank you. That one persona is saying, same. Overdoer mom equals overwhelmed me. She admits it now. Yeah. New master likes my kind of TikTok lives. This is all I've ever done. This is all I ever will do. I show up being me. I help with the skills I have. I have fun while I'm doing it. And, yeah, this is how I do it. Yeah, Miss Seashell says I was a latchkey kid. I knew how to do all sorts of stuff very young. I get it, too. I get it. You're like, oh, my God, I've been doing my own laundry since I was in 3rd grade. This is ridiculous. But I always do laundry. So knowing what thought is stopping you or is making you feel bad about it, cluing into that thought can make you write down that thought, change it, flip it. On the flip side, what would you rather think? You know? Now, here's a funny thing. We were talking about this earlier. T. Prada says, my mother taught me how to fold fitted sheets. It's easier than you think. It may be. I think I just need a surface to do it in, but frankly, I'm cool. I got some of those little boxes because I have white sheets. We long story short, I found a system that works for me. I'm glad it's easy for you. I love that your mom taught you that. Yeah, Susan is saying, okay, and isn't this cool? Many people are discovering. A wicked lot of you are saying, hey, you know what? That's me too. My parents never let me do anything. They thought they were doing a good thing, I assume, you know? So notice that you just don't have skills that you weren't taught. If your parents never let you drive the car, and they didn't teach you how to drive the car, would you be beating yourself up about not knowing how to drive a car? Or would you be like, no, I want to drive a car. Let me get some lessons. Same thing with decluttering. Now, Carla Jane says, I didn't know how to weed eat until my 50th birthday last year. My son taught me, and he laughed at me. But now you know. Now you know how to do it. You have a skill that they can't take that away from me. When you learn how to declutter, not only can you do it for the rest of your life, and I'm not saying you're going to have piles of clutter. You're going to easily knock down all the stuff that you have, the stuff that you've accumulated. You can change your habits so you're not doing that again. And for the rest of your life, it's going to be smoother sailing than it ever has been. And you can share these skills with other people that you know that are struggling with clutter. I don't mind it. Share this knowledge. I am not gatekeeping it. Share this knowledge, but learn how to do it yourself so that you are a good teacher of it. Okay? I hope that helps. Good stuff, people. Cat Roby is still on the first fridge shelf. That is okay. Haha, yay for time boxing. I'm stopping at the end of live. Yes, I love it. I love it. You thought you were going to get to more than you did. You didn't. No big deal. Get yourself a time to stop and feel good about what you did. Painting of a Duck is chiming in. 2 laundry baskets plus a little more and 7 items donated. Here's where I love to remind you. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Okay? So Therapy Gal Sue says yes to knowing when my next TikTok live is. I will work on going through old papers and shred next time. I love it. Okay? Kayla, I'm sorry about that. I am always East Coast. If my Boston accent that occasionally creeps out, or my pronunciation of hoagie does not, I'm East Coast. So that's all my things, and that should be when you see the schedule of my TikTok lives when you join up for the mailing list at destinationdecluttered.com. See what I did there? I say in front East Coast times because I'm East Coast gal. Okay? Yes, I'm always doing the East Coast time. I just don't want to screw people up. I stay consistent about that. So I'm the consistent thing, and then you do the math for where you are, because if we were both moving, I would confuse all of us. Okay? So I hope that helps. Jenny is saying organized donations and ready to put in the car as I listened. Yes. Anita is saying kids' paperwork from Sunday school. Since they are sentimental, what do you recommend? I recommend making a container of sentimental items and going through those sentimental items with the kiddos and doing that more frequently than not. Maybe at the end of every school year, you go through and they decide what they want to keep. How's about that? Okay. User 1963 says, how do I tell my patient to be patient? How do I tell my family to be patient? They want the entire house done in a DIY weekend. I tell them to participate. I tell them if they're, first of all, I'm unclear as if they are saying to you, you should do it. If that's the case, ooh, you better watch it. They're getting my hackles up. I will flip the bird at them and say, you want it done that quickly? You participate. Look at me. I'm all like this. Okay? And you didn't get cluttered in a weekend. You're not going to declutter in a weekend. It's just like losing weight. You didn't gain it in a day. You're not going to lose it in a day. But you can get started, and it can look better by the end of the weekend than it did at the beginning. But they need to participate. And notice, I am really .com. Yes, see? If that .com did not tell you that I am from Boston, I don't know what would. And except for when I say a wicked lot of you. Okay, Shadows and Night says, I started decluttering my living room and it feels better. You know? There we go. Yeah, just say, okay, what time will you be here to help? And I was just about to mention this, so I want to empower you. Take this word from my dictionary and use it in yours. Notice how I am actively trying to not use the word help, and I am actively substituting participate. Help means this is my thing, and you are being good by helping me with my thing. Nope. I mean, occasionally we do help people. There's nothing wrong with helping people, but decluttering a communal household means everybody participates in the decluttering. Big difference than helping mom clean the house. I don't do that, okay? Participate. Well, you've got to help. No, you've got to participate. Notice the difference, okay? Words are powerful. Both the Monkees and the Tom Tom Club say so, okay? Now, if their version of helping is throwing everything away and you don't like that, you say, no, don't throw that stuff away. Go through it, teach them. You see, here's the deal. If people don't know how to declutter, they're going to do what feels right to them. So if you see them with gifts, with gift receipts or valuables, you say to them and you say to yourself, I think that's valuable. Put it in that pile over there and I'll put it in that. If it's a gift receipt, if it's a valuable, put it in a pile. Do not throw things away immediately. The only things that truly should go in the trash, in my mind, are true absolute junk that doesn't work, that's broken, trash, garbage, nasty stuff. Okay? So, yeah, stop the way they're doing it and start a different way. There's nothing wrong with stopping something that isn't working and start doing something else that works. Okay? There we go. Kat Roby's back on. She's rocking now. Fridge shelves a wicked lot faster. Thank you. Fridge shelves are a wicked lot faster than the door shelves. There you go. So there we go. This is how we do it. Now, I've got like a minute. The sun is still shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. No, there's a boatload of clouds in the sky. So I am going to use this next half hour for myself to get outside, to walk around, to get myself some fresh air, to move my body. I will be showing up today for another 2 Destination Decluttered TikTok lives because as far as I know, we have a finite amount of time on TikTok. I am making the best use of this time for me and for you. If you want to know when my next TikTok lives are, both today and tomorrow and the next day and all the way till Friday, my email website thingy, email address, email list can be joined for free on my website. See, I'm running out of words. I got to recover. DestinationDecluttered.com. Okay, DestinationDecluttered.com. You sign up for the mailing list. You get an automatic email. It has a link to the secret page, and the secret page has all the times and all the dates for all the TikTok lives between now and Friday, so you know when to show up. Okay? I love it. Yes, learn these tools. I share my toolkit with you so you can build your own, but the only way you learn how to use a tool is by using it. Okay? I hope this was fun. I hope you got stuff done. I had fun, and I will see you in a few hours when I do another TikTok live, and I will be sitting someplace else. Okay? Bye.